Once upon a time, nestled deep in the woods, there was a little cottage named Pinewood. Its wooden walls creaked in the quiet winter air, and its chimney always sent a gentle plume of smoke curling up into the sky. Inside, the fire in the hearth crackled and danced, filling the room with a soft golden glow. On this particular evening, a thick blanket of snow covered the ground outside, and the trees stood tall and silent, their branches heavy with snow. Inside, a warm and inviting smell of cinnamon and vanilla drifted through the air. The only sounds that could be heard were the soft crackles from the fire and the occasional rustle of the wind outside. In front of the hearth sat a little girl named Elsie. She was wrapped in a soft woolen blanket, her cheeks rosy from the cold and her eyes bright with wonder. The firelight flickered on the walls, casting shadows that danced like playful creatures. By her side was her cat Whiskers, a gentle tabby with a tuft of fur on his chest, purring softly as he napped by the fire. Elsie had always loved winter nights, especially the ones spent at Pinewood Cottage. The snow outside made everything feel quiet, peaceful and still. It was as though the world had paused for a moment, giving everyone a chance to rest and dream. As the evening grew darker, Elsie's grandmother, who lived in the cottage with her, came into the room carrying a tray with 2 cups of warm cocoa. The sweet scent of chocolate filled the air, and Elsie smiled up at her grandmother, who had a twinkle in her eye. "Grandmother, are you ready for a story, my dear?" Elsie nodded eagerly, wrapping the blanket tighter around her shoulders. The fire crackled louder for a moment, and outside the snow continued to fall in gentle swirls. Grandmother. Once upon a time, in a forest not too far from here, there was a little deer named Maple. Maple lived in a cozy hollow beneath a great oak tree where the snow always sparkled like diamonds in the winter sun. But Maple wasn't like the other deer. She had a gift, a beautiful ability to create patterns in the snow with the touch of her hooves. Elsie's eyes grew wide with wonder as she listened. "Grandmother, every winter Maple would wander through the forest, leaving delicate snowflakes and spirals in her wake. She would dance in the snow, her hooves leaving trails of twinkling patterns behind her. The animals of the forest would watch in awe, for no one had ever seen snowflakes like those." As the story continued, Elsie felt herself becoming drowsy, her eyes growing heavy. The warmth of the fire, the gentle voice of her grandmother, and the soft purring of Whiskers made the world outside seem far away. Grandmother Maple's kindness, how she always shared her magic with others, creating paths for the rabbits to follow, or swirling snowflakes for the owls to find their way through the night. And when the first star appeared in the sky, Maple would curl up beneath the oak tree, close her eyes, and drift into peaceful sleep, knowing that the forest was safe and quiet, just like Pinewood Cottage. By the time her grandmother finished the story, Elsie's breathing had slowed and her eyelids fluttered shut. The warmth of the room, the soft glow of the fire, and the quiet hum of the snow outside wrapped around her like a cozy blanket, lulling her into a deep, peaceful sleep. And as she slept, the world outside continued to snow, a blanket of white as still and quiet as the dreamland she now drifted through. Sweet dreams, I hope this cozy story brings warmth and comfort to your winter night.